Who would have thought that behind the glitz of the stage and the dazzling world of music lies a hidden role played by BTS's Jungkook, one that has never been openly discussed? Now the question hangs in the air. Has Jungkook quietly been building an entirely different career outside of K-pop? In recent weeks, rumors have been circulating within South Korea's film industry. A major film project, helmed by a top-tier director, was said to involve a famous but unexpected figure as part of the creative team. No one could have predicted that the name quietly surfacing in internal reports was none other than Jungkook, the golden magne of BTS, at first. Many dismissed it as a misunderstanding. But a reliable insider from the production company finally confirmed the shocking truth. Yes, Jungkook was involved in the creative process of this film. Not as a leading actor, but as a consultant for music and visuals. How is it possible that an idol with an intense international schedule still found time to shape the artistic tone of a full-length film? Here's the emotional twist. During his break from group activities, Jungkook had been quietly channeling his creative energy into cinema. He was involved in composing the musical score, shaping the mood of pivotal scenes, and even contributed uncredited background vocals. Even more surprising, the film's producer revealed that some of the most powerful and iconic moments, including the emotional climax, were made possible by Jungkook's input. He doesn't just understand music, he understands emotion. And that's rare, the producer said in a closed interview. When the film was finally released, fans began to notice a certain Jungkook touch in several parts. It didn't take long for ARMY and film buffs alike to start connecting the dots, and once the confirmation came, the world was, once again, shaken. Now, a bigger question looms. Is this the beginning of a career transformation for Jungkook? Will the world soon see him not just as a global pop star, but as a creative visionary in the film industry? One thing is certain. Jungkook never stops surprising us. And who knows? His next film might be one entirely born from his own hands. Even before his involvement was revealed to the public, some industry insiders had already taken notice of Jungkook's uniquely artistic perspective. One film editor who worked on the project disclosed that Jungkook had an uncanny cinematic instinct for someone with no formal film education. He was reportedly able to translate emotional nuance into visual language with ease, something typically only seasoned filmmakers can do. One of the most pivotal scenes in the film, a wordless sequence backed only by ambient music, was actually Jungkook's spontaneous idea. He had suggested the silence, saying, "Let the audience feel empty, like the character." And that decision made a profound impact during the film's premiere. What's even more touching is the personal reason behind Jungkook's involvement. According to someone close to him, Jungkook was inspired by his own experiences dealing with pressure as a public figure. He felt there were emotions he could never fully express through songs or interviews, so he poured them into this film. It's like a secret letter from his heart. He wants others to feel it without knowing it came from him. The source said, fans' reactions have been deeply emotional. Many rewatched the film with a new perspective, searching for Jungkook's fingerprints in the music and visuals. Some even admitted to crying once they realized the most heartbreaking scene was actually a reflection of Jungkook's own inner struggles. Not just fans, but professionals in the film world have also praised his contribution. A respected critic described Jungkook's input as a fresh breeze from outside the film world, bringing intimacy that technical formulas alone cannot create. Now, the production house behind the film is reportedly in talks with Jungkook for a follow-up project, not just as a behind-the-scenes collaborator, but as a co-creator. That title alone signals a much deeper creative involvement going forward. Jungkook has yet to make an official comment, but fans are certain. The Golden Magne is standing at the edge of a brand new chapter. The world may have known him as an idol, but behind the scenes, he's quietly carving out a new identity as a creator, a storyteller, and a feeler who never ceases to astonish us all. And perhaps we've only just seen the beginning of something far greater. The industry is beginning to feel the tremors of something larger. Across internal forums of major Korean production houses and even international creative communities, Jungkook's name is now being mentioned not just as a BTS member, but as a creator worth engaging. He's become the topic of conversation not merely because of his popularity, but because of his distinct and unexpected artistic point of view. A senior overseas producer who attended the film's premiere privately shared, "There's a rare energy in this project." I was surprised to learn that the film's most emotionally impactful moment came from a K-pop singer. But when I found out it was Jungkook, it all made sense. HYBE has yet to release an official statement, but internal sources say the agency is now creating more space for Jungkook to explore artistic fields beyond music. Several new projects are reportedly in development, giving him full creative freedom to shape the vision and possibly even take the reins as director or executive producer. Meanwhile, fans around the world have begun collecting small clues that were once overlooked. Old vlog footage where Jungkook captured city corners like scenes from a film, social media captions that read like script lines, and even his Spotify playlists, now seen as a personal soundtrack that subtly narrates his inner world. Some fan theories go even further, suggesting that the film could be the beginning of Jungkook's personal narrative universe, one that will continue evolving through multi-medium projects. Could this be the start of the JK universe? No one can say for sure. But one thing is clear. The world is witnessing the birth of a new era for Jungkook, one that reaches far beyond concert stages and lyrics. In a behind-the-scenes clip that recently went viral, Jungkook is seen in deep conversation with the film's creative team. He directs how one scene should breathe, how the camera should capture loss without words, and how the light should fall on the actor's face to make it feel like time has stopped. No theatrics, no posing for the camera, just an artist immersed in his craft. Perhaps the most touching moment came when the film's lead actor thanked Jungkook in an interview. "I didn't know how to deliver that scene until Jungkook arrived. He didn't say much, but his words stayed with me. He made me believe that emotion isn't something to be performed, but something to be passed on." Through it all, one thing has become clear. Jungkook is not just a K-pop star. He is someone rewriting his role in the entertainment world, not merely as a global icon, but as a seeker of meaning, a shaper of emotion, and a teller of stories. And as the world finally starts to see who Jungkook really is beyond the spotlight, not just a singer, not just a dancer, perhaps it's already too late. Because he will always be one step ahead, walking quietly in silence, while shaking the world with every step, and like a final act that opens a new chapter, Jungkook's journey in film is only beginning. In a leaked quote from a private creative forum, a collaborator revealed that Jungkook has already written the core idea for a short film, reportedly inspired by a real story from his childhood, a tale of loss, silence, and the power of forgiveness. "The idea is so quiet, so deep," the source said. But when he explained it, it all came alive. "I've never seen someone so young talk about pain and hope in such a delicate language." The news spread like wildfire. Fans, critics, and independent filmmakers began voicing their support for Jungkook to fully realize his personal vision. Petitions, fan art, and discussions flooded social media about Jungkook's film. But as always, Jungkook remained calm. He never rushed announcements. He let his work speak. And perhaps that's what sets him apart. He's not a spotlight seeker, but a shadow builder, whose silence speaks louder than applause. We, as the audience, can only guess what comes next. But if his past journey is any indication, Jungkook's next step won't just surprise us. It will move us, shift perspectives, and unite the world in a feeling that words can't quite capture. Because in the end, a film isn't just about visuals or sound. It's about the soul behind it. And now we know, one of the strongest souls behind that screen is named Jungkook.